Stop blaming your genes. If you're losing hair every single day and nobody's told you why, you're about to find out the 7 real reasons. And none of them are the ones your barber, your mother, or your shampoo bottle ever mentioned. Right now, pick up a strand of your hair. Look at the root. If it's got a tiny white bulb at the end, that's a normal shed hair. But if you're finding 15, 20, 30 strands like that every single time you run your fingers through your hair, your body is telling you something is wrong internally. Not on your scalp, inside your body. And in the next 7 minutes, I'm going to walk you through the 7 causes almost nobody talks about. No sugarcoating, just facts. The first cause is a hormone called DHT, dihydrotestosterone. This is the single biggest driver of pattern hair loss in both men and women, and most people don't even know it exists. DHT attaches itself to the follicles on your scalp and slowly shrinks them over months and years. This is called miniaturization. The hair gets thinner, weaker, and eventually stops growing altogether. But here's what nobody tells you. DHT sensitivity isn't just about testosterone levels. It's about how sensitive your specific follicles are to it. That's why 2 brothers with similar hormone levels can have completely different hairlines by age 30. Second cause, and this one is almost never discussed, scalp buildup. Every single day, your scalp produces sebum, sweat, and dead skin cells. Add hair products, pollution, and infrequent washing on top of that, and you get a layer sitting directly on top of your follicles. This buildup literally suffocates the hair root. It blocks nutrients and oxygen from reaching the follicle, weakening the hair from the base. If you've ever noticed small bumps or flaking near your hairline that never seem to go away, that's often buildup, not just dandruff. And most people are treating the surface with random oils instead of actually cleansing the scalp properly. Third, and this is a big one, nutrient deficiencies that don't show any obvious symptoms until your hair starts falling. Iron deficiency is one of the most common hidden causes, especially in women, and it can cause hair shedding even when your hemoglobin looks just okay on a basic blood test. Vitamin D deficiency is another massive factor. Studies have linked low vitamin D directly to increased hair shedding, and most people who work indoors or live in cities are deficient without ever knowing it. Then there's protein. Your hair is literally made of a protein called keratin. If your diet is low in protein, your body will prioritize vital organs over hair growth, and your follicles will simply shut down production to conserve energy. Fourth cause, stress, but not in the way you think. There's a specific condition called telogen effluvium, where a major stress event, physical or emotional, pushes a large percentage of your hair follicles into the resting phase all at once. The catch is, this shedding doesn't happen immediately. It shows up 2 to 3 months after the stressful event. So if you had a major illness, a big life change, extreme dieting, or even a high fever a couple of months ago, and now you're suddenly losing way more hair than usual, this could be the delayed reaction catching up with you. Fifth, heat styling and harsh chemical treatments. Straighteners, curling irons, and blow dryers used on high heat regularly can damage the hair shaft itself, called the cuticle. This doesn't just make hair look dry. It makes the strand structurally weaker, so it snaps off before it even reaches its full length. Add repeated coloring, bleaching, or chemical straightening on top of that, and you're compounding the damage. This isn't the same as hair falling from the root. This is breakage. But here's the important part. Most people confuse breakage with hair fall and end up treating the wrong problem entirely. Sixth cause, tight hairstyles. Tight ponytails, buns, braids, or even tight caps worn daily put constant pulling pressure on the follicles along your hairline and temples. Over time, this causes something called traction alopecia, a slow, gradual hair loss caused purely by mechanical stress, not hormones or nutrition. The tricky part is that it develops so slowly most people don't notice until the hairline has visibly receded. If you consistently see thinning specifically at your temples or the front hairline and nowhere else, this is often the real reason, not genetics. Seventh and final cause, the water you're actually washing your hair with. Hard water, high in mineral content, leaves deposits on your scalp and hair shaft that build up over weeks, making hair rough, dry, and prone to breakage. On the flip side, overwashing with harsh sulfate shampoos strips your scalp of its natural protective oils, triggering it to overproduce oil in defense, creating a cycle of greasy roots and dry, brittle ends. Neither extreme is good. The goal is balance, not more washing or less washing as a blanket rule. So what actually works right now in 2026? First, get an actual blood test. Check your iron, vitamin D, thyroid, and protein levels before assuming anything. Second, clean your scalp properly at least 2 to 3 times a week with a gentle, sulfate-free shampoo. Third, reduce direct heat exposure and give your hair breaks from tight styles. Fourth, if you suspect hormonal hair loss like DHT-related thinning, this is something a dermatologist should evaluate, not something to guess at home. Early diagnosis makes a massive difference in how treatable it is. Here's your action step for this week. Don't just watch this video and move on. Actually track your hair fall for 7 days. Count roughly how many strands you're losing daily and notice when and where it's happening. That data will tell you more than any random remedy ever will. If this helped you understand your hair fall better, share it with someone who's been guessing instead of diagnosing. See you in the next one.